I can't begin to tell you how happy I am that a Silent Hill 2 remake is in the works and will be coming out soon. I'm very excited about that. Those of you who have been watching me on Twitch over at twitch.tv/Big D Geekdom 101, where I play video games, I played through Silent Hill 2 earlier this month for Halloween month, and I revisited a real classic. I remember playing this game back in the early 2010s, I want to say, maybe 2010, 2009, possibly, even before then. I'm not entirely sure when, but I played the game once and I absolutely was drawn into this story. This game, it's not a perfect game because there are problems. The camera is very wonky, the controls are very wonky at times, and I kind of wish it was a tiny bit longer. But man, what a story! What a fun game to play! Atmospheric, cerebral. I can't even begin to tell you. Now, if you're watching this video and you've never played Silent Hill 2, I would advise you to go into the game, whether it be the original PS2 version or the new one coming out, doesn't matter, even though I'm not sure what they're going to change with the new one, but go into the game if you play it with as little information as possible. Don't look up spoilers, don't look up anything. If you need help, if you get stuck on something, that's one thing, but don't go further past that because, man, this is the only Silent Hill game I can remember. First of all, it's very different from the other ones. You know, Silent Hill itself as a town is shaped differently, mostly because of what's actually going on. And it feels different and the story's different. There are still aspects of Silent Hill like the monstrosities and things like that, but in this game, the monstrosities all have a meaning. Every monster, every story, every location in this game has a meaning behind it. It has a story behind it relating to the main character who's been trying to find his wife. The story is that his wife passed away 3 years ago. I'm not going to go into the spoilers, but the basic story is his wife passed away 3 years ago, but he got a mysterious letter from her telling him to go back to Silent Hill, which is a town that they would vacation in. And so he goes back trying to find his wife, knowing that she's dead, but hoping that maybe she's not. And it leads him down this really bizarre and terrifying world, if you want to call it that, that really ends up giving him a hell of a revelation by the end of the game. Silent Hill 2 is amazing. Pyramid Head is an incredible antagonist. The way he looks, the way he is, what he represents is awesome. The story, I mean, I can't begin to tell you how incredible this story is. This is the only Silent Hill game where there are 6 endings. There are 2 joke endings and 4 real endings. And of the 4 endings, I like all of them because they all sort of... I've never played a game that does this, but of the 4 endings, in a strange way, they're all very different and very satisfying. Some of them are really sad, some of them are somewhat happy, some of them are kind of in the middle, but the endings all kind of give you a different perspective. So you really do have to either play through the game and get one ending and then watch the rest of the endings on YouTube, which is what I did, or try to get all the endings. You can't get one of the endings unless you beat the game and do New Game Plus and then gather together objects that are now available. That's the only way to do that. But besides that, I think it is an absolutely incredible journey worth going to again. I played it on Twitch and I almost feel like playing through it again because of how much I enjoyed playing that game. I really liked it. I liked it. I love the exploring aspect. The puzzles can be a bit annoying, but they're not that hard. But the game also has you pick the difficulty of the puzzles. You can actually, when you start the game, you can do easy, medium, or hard for the puzzles. Now, I played the UK exclusive director's cut, which has a few extra things in it, because I had never played that version before. But if you don't have that version, that's okay. Whatever version works. The gameplay, you know, if you play Silent Hill 1, you kind of know what to expect. Different story, different protagonist. The gameplay itself, very much classic Resident Evil-like, except that you're in a bigger sort of area. And just the way that the game's atmosphere is, the fact that you have a radio that starts to go off when there's an enemy near you, that's classic Silent Hill. And it's classic, like, building up tension because you don't really know where the enemy is. Are they behind you? Are they in front of you? And you, in some ways, are kind of terrified. I played it with all the lights off, and there were a couple of times where I was like, whoa. I remember I had already beaten this game when I was younger, but I don't remember anything. Like, I remember a few things, but I don't remember much because it's been so long. I got to play it again, and man, I enjoyed the hell out of Silent Hill. If you like horror movies, and I know there's 2 Silent Hill films, and they're not connected to the video games, they just take inspiration from stuff like that. If you like horror films that are very psychological and thought-provoking, you will want to play this game. Not to mention that when you get done with the game, there are numerous videos here on YouTube with various YouTubers who I do respect breaking down all the different intricacies of the game when it comes to the story, explaining the backstory, explaining what's really going on. There's more information that was revealed later by the creators and other places, but just a fantastic, fabulous game. I was thinking about uploading all of the Silent Hill 2 playthroughs from Twitch onto this channel, so that way it's archived because I loved it so much. I don't know if I'm going to do that because those videos don't get that many views, even though they're fun. But I may do it just to have it archived. I'm not really sure yet. You tell me if you want to see that, if you missed the stream. But yeah, so incredible story. And I don't know what they're going to do with the new one. I hope they don't make it like... I actually hope that they don't do what the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes did. Now, I know those are... Especially 2 is a pretty well-beloved game, right? I didn't like 3, but 2 is good. But they were made a bit more action-y. Silent Hill's strength has never really been its action. There is action in the games, don't get me wrong, but that's not the strength. The strength of Silent Hill has always been the story. The story is what pushes it, and the story is what makes the game fun. And the story, when you go into it not knowing anything, is really what captures you. And then the locations and exploration, that's what really makes the game fun. That's what makes the game awesome. There are some parts of Silent Hill 2 where I just got frustrated because I was stuck in a corner or I couldn't move. Just a couple things that frustrated me, but it wasn't anywhere near as bad as Silent Hill 4, which I might do a review on Monday for Halloween. I might do that. But no, Silent Hill 2 is phenomenal. An incredible game. I can't even begin to tell you just how amazing the game is if you haven't played it yet. But if you have played it, man, go back and play it again, because not remembering everything and then going through and remembering what I'm doing, where I'm going, and I couldn't even stop playing. There were times when I was on stream for like 5 hours, something like that, maybe 4 hours, and I just could not stop because I was having so much fun. And that's when you know a game is good, when it's late, you know you got to get to bed, you got other things to do, but you can't put the game down. Yes, there is such thing as video game addiction, but not every game will give that to you. This game did that to me, and I definitely do not have video game addiction. So, what an incredible game, incredible story, incredible finish, the endings, the character of Maria and Mary, and, what you have to do in the game, what everything represents. It's so deep, it's so multi-layered. I don't know if we're ever going to get a game like this again, even though I am looking forward to the new Silent Hill, the one besides the 2 remake. They better really put their thinking caps on and come up with something good, because 3 was a great sequel to 1, and I loved it. 4, I had problems with it, even though the storyline is great. I'm going to do a video on that soon. But, yeah, Silent Hill 2, a classic, without question. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Take care. And if you haven't played Silent Hill 2 and you got a PS2, go play it now. Subscribe if you are new, and we'll talk soon.